This is Suzanne Wagner. Thank you so much for joining me on the daily Numerology and Astrology. This one happens to be for April 9th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 18. And if you add the 1 and the 8 together, you get the number 9. The number 9 is the number of empathy, intuition, psychic ability, art, creativity, subtlety, nuance. It is the number of the mystic. It's the number of the empath. And so the number 9 awakens intuitive knowing in each of us. And it begs the question, to what are you listening to? Some people think that they are listening to their intuition when it is only their mind and ego doing a manipulation to keep them from taking risks and trying new things. Intuitive knowing comes in as something that we have not said or heard before. It is a spontaneous hit of insight that clarifies and brings balance. It is a sense of knowing and coming into alignment. It makes us feel as if we are in the greater flow of the cosmos, at one with forces beyond the sensitivity of normal human consciousness. Such a connection makes us feel confident and safe in an odd sort of way. Intuition is a guide in the chaotic world in which we live. Intuition is not perfect, but it will lead us towards our next level of experience that will let us evolve past our known reality. Life is filled with unexpected events and situations. Life is designed to help us become more conscious and alert. The more we listen to our intuition, the more we rediscover a more magical and wondrous world. Intuition does not fix things, but it will lead us in directions that we previously might have ignored. The more we experience in life, the more competent we will become during massive waves of change. Intuition helps us adapt and take opportunities that we might have missed. Intuition is a guide, but it is never an absolute. The astrology today. Mars puts us through our paces as it squares Neptune. We may feel exhausted and more determined to sleep or take a nap, but another part of you wants to accomplish a great deal, and it will be interesting to see which side wins. Thus, being more careful driving around, as some people may be distracted and not safe when they are driving. Also, don't fall for any get-rich-quick schemes. We may regret them later. Such moments can create deception or a difficulty in focusing. Energy seems all over the place. It may be hard not to feel overwhelmed with what is on your plate. Overwhelm leads to overlooking things that need special attention. While we want to stay as positive as possible, it is important to not be unrealistic. On the whole, this day brings a great deal of impaired judgment. Best to be more mindful than normal of everything happening around you. Mercury semi-squaring Jupiter further impairs judgment. Making sense out of all those tiny pieces of information seems more difficult than expected. Do your best to stay positive, but this is only a temporary blip in a massive astrological cosmos. My quote for today: love appears in all forms and styles. Love helps us keep going over the long miles. Instinct leads us down pathways unknown. Instinct supports a chaotic mind not feel alone. Peace arrives on the softest of wings. Peace returns when there is a balance in all things. And my blog for today. I have lived a life of exquisite options and choices. I have learned so much by not getting what I expected. I embraced opportunities and worked with them as best as I could at the time. There were moments where fear did its best to restrict and make me hesitate. I am not sorry for those moments when fear won the battle, because the war being fought was not over success and failure, but about awakening and peace. I wondered if I had missed doors at certain times, but in reality, those doors were never mine, nor were they the correct ones for my soul's evolution. Now I recognize that fear does have a purpose. Fear stops us from going through doorways that will not bring about our soul's highest evolution. Fear needs to be questioned and challenged. Fear holds the keys to appropriate choices and actions. It is just that fear does not need to be feared. Fear asks the question, is this the right choice for me? Will this give me what my soul needs to grow? More and more, I realize that fear is the marker of a fork in the road. Familiar is not always correct. Risk is not always the answer. The path is not about fame and fortune. The journey is more complex than the mind can comprehend, and the soul is in charge of the pathways that present. The soul directs the human condition towards wholeness, not success. Many pathways that seem to lead to dead ends had a purpose. Disappointment is a tool that instructs and points us towards deeper places within. Thanks, everyone. Oh, and there my phone goes off. Bye.